So this is an Access program I created. I call it a tool. It's to load CSV files and produce a mail merge with Word, or actually run a report within Access. So the first thing that the user would do would be to load the files. And by clicking that Load Files button, this window opens up and you're able to select the files. I created some test files, so here's 2 CSV files, and they contain just a couple of records each, and we're going to load those in. This is the final output file. We've got the first name being moved into a separate column, the first name column. Last name goes into the last name column, and then we have what is the original address. The address is then separated into separate fields for merging purposes. You see we only have 5 records. However, the file did have more than 5 records. The individual I was creating this for wanted a filter on a code, and I'll show you what that code is. So you'll notice we have 1, 2, 5, 6, and 7. So if I go into, you'll see that that file contains the name, and the name comes both last and first in the same column, and then the address comes all together, and then there's some additional fields. This is all test data. And they wanted to filter for any of the records where it was a 902. Something else you'll notice in this file is that there are duplicate records. So this test 1 is there 3 times, but you will notice in our final file they only show 1 time. So this program has removed the duplicates, has separated the names, has filtered for the 902s. So I'm going to close that. Now, all the data that was uploaded goes into this table. So you'll see that combined there were 30 records. And that is all the data. But you'll also see that these are the 902 records. So if we filter on that, there are 21 records. But if we just filter on the unique IDs, you'll see that you're only going to get 5 records. So the next step after the processing was all done, with all that stuff done behind the scenes, the next thing would be either the individual could view the data to make modifications. Maybe they know that they don't want to include a record for the merge, so then they can click to exclude it. We're not going to do that, so we're expecting to merge 5 records. So the next thing, you can either run your 5160 labels within the app and get your 5 records, or you can do a merge, a word merge, by clicking. You can either have it the output in PDF or a Word doc, and we're going to choose Word, and we're going to complete the merge. So behind the scenes, it is preparing the merge file, and it was successful. So yes, we want to view those files, so it's going to open up. Let's open that up, and here's the output. Behind the scenes, there is also a zip code table where all of the zips, including for the state and the city, basically the file, we take from the file the zip code and then join to this table to get the city, because a lot of times the city name is not easily extractable from the address. Because you don't know if it's 2 words or 1 word. So if there was a zip code in the file that didn't exist in the zip code data, that would show up here as missing, and you can look that up and get the proper information and update that. So each time you want to use the tool, you can clear the data and you can start over. You don't actually have to clear the data. You could just click this again, it'll reload, it will delete any data that's there. I just put this clear data to make it more manageable if I was going to send this to a client. I'd remove the data that's in there without running the files again. So now if we go into the merge data, there's nothing there because I cleared it. And that's it.